Your next observation hours are going to be looking at the classroom environment in the facility that you're observing. You should be returning to the Star 3 or Star 4 early care facility that you've used for the past few placements, and you're going to be spending another 2 hours in this placement really evaluating the environment of the classroom. The reason why this is important for us as professionals is you need to be able to identify safe and stimulating environments that are conducive to learning. And if you think to our chapter this week, we really talked about designing that environment that would promote cooperative learning and positive social and behavioral outcomes for children. This is your chance to look at the facility that you've been visiting and see how they rate. So the first step, number one, is have the teacher at your center sign your attendance form documenting that you spent 2 hours in the placement. This is our regular procedure. And then on your 2 hours visited, you're going to look for answers to 5 focus questions that will help you understand the classroom environment. And those 5 questions are bulleted right here. So first of all, as you're watching, you're going to try to figure out, and you may speak to the teacher if it helps you, what philosophical or theoretical positions about child development and learning does the teacher have? What evidence and teacher action supports this idea? So what do you see the teacher doing? How does the classroom run? What kind of activities are they doing? How is the classroom laid out? And then go back through the last couple chapters where we've looked at our learning theory and a philosophical theory and see what is being incorporated based on what we've learned so far. The next area to look at is what role does play have in this environment? Are there areas inside and outside that support open-ended play? Sketch the layout of the classroom and the playground, and then share how materials are arranged. When you're thinking about this, I want you to really focus when it comes to materials. Do the students have access to the materials? Can they get them out and put them away freely, or does it require assistance of an adult? The third area to watch for is the type of languages that are heard in the classroom. Do we have a lot of diverse languages? Who does most of the talking during the time that you're there? Is it adults or children? What are the adults and the children saying to each other? Describe their conversations. The fourth area is how do space and time affect the students' learning? How are the students grouped? Are they in small groups, whole groups, or independent activities? Describe the daily schedule. Do the students have time for exploration? How are the students transitioning? This really relates back to everything we talked about in our presentation this week. So think about the things that you learned through the presentation and through your readings and apply that to the classroom that you're watching. The last bullet, it asks the question, how do the classroom decorations, time, and curriculum affect diversity and individual differences? What supports your answer? So look at the classroom and really look around and watch what's going on. And how does that support or, not support diversity and individual differences in the classroom? Hopefully you'll see positive answers to all these questions that relate back to what we're learning. Make sure you're using detailed answers. And when it comes to the first question with the theoretical positions, you may want to jot down what you're seeing and then go back into your textbook when you're not at the observation center and go and really search for the theories that match what you saw. Okay, if you don't know all the theories off the top of your head, you might want to jot down what you're seeing and then relate that one later. That will be probably the most difficult of the questions. After you've done all of your observation, place the typed observation in the classroom environment drop box by the due date, and then make sure that while you're there, you complete another 15-minute snapshot. You can talk about the environment in the snapshot, or you can just focus in on one child. But remember, we're focusing on really using those objective statements. During our presentation this week, we talked about as the teacher is recording data, especially to help for interventions for students, we need to make sure that we write very objective statements that really just give play-by-play of what the child is doing and does not have our opinion mixed in with it. This is that chance for you to try that out every time we have an observation. So 15 minutes on one child, play by play. Watch your adjectives, watch your descriptive words. And that is our classroom environment observation. Enjoy your time in the classroom.